Even after 11 years, Ozymandias is still considered the best episode in television history. Being the 14th episode of final season of Breaking Bad, it stands on the top with a perfect rating of 10. But what makes this episode so great? Is it the acting, the emotions, the setting, or the narrative? Or perhaps is it all of them? Today, let's try and analyze this episode. Let's begin with the title of the episode and how it actually relates to the poem of the same name by P.B. Shelley. In the poem, the statue of Ozymandias is now shattered and surrounded by decay, which highlights the impermanence of power and how every empire always comes to an inevitable tragic end. Similarly, Walt's drug empire that he so agonizingly created is a symbol of his power. This episode depicts the rapid and dramatic downfall of his prestige, mirroring the very theme of transience in the poem. The choice of this title serves as a literary device to show the broader themes of this episode by making a stark reference to a popular literature to convey the idea that even the mighty face downfall and that power always switches shoulders to lay its hands on. This episode starts with a flashback of Walt and Jesse cooking their first batch of meth. I believe this introduction is played to induce a sense of nostalgia in viewers. The contrast of this introduction blends well with the rest of the episode and underlines quite well the transformation that Walter White has gone through. We see Walt cooking meth and telling lies to his wife, the actions which seem quite trifling at first, but later they will keep amplifying, ultimately ensuing in Walter's downfall. Also, this scene right before the titles appear. Paired with this scene right after the titles. Is a really good cinematic instance. Also, did I forget to tell you that the events in Ozymandias take place right at the spot where Walt and Jesse cooked their first batch of meth. In the rest of the episode, we will be emphasizing on three particular scenes, namely Hank's death, selling of Jesse, and Walter's homecoming. So let us begin with the demise of Hank Schrader. By the event scene into Hajili, the preceding episode, we could get a sense of foreboding as tensions kept escalating between Hank and his brother-in-law, strongly hinting at potential danger and the possibility of fatal consequences. And the arrival of the neo-Nazis sealed the deal for us. Hank's character, with his likable demeanor, sense of humor, and unwavering commitment to justice, has been well developed throughout the series. And the familial connection as Walter White's brother-in-law adds an extra layer of emotion. And let's not forget Hank's dignified acceptance of his fate and refusal to beg for his life contributes to the poignancy of the moment.
How about it, Hank? Should I let you go?
My name is Asac Schrader. You can go fuck yourself.
In the climax episode, Hank's death serves as a symbolic turning point, representing the escalating consequences of Walter's actions and marking a darker phase in the narrative.
You're the smartest guy I ever met. And you're too stupid to see. He made up his mind 10 minutes ago.
Where hopes for a positive resolution diminishes.
Do what you're gonna do.
Next, we arrive to the consequences Jesse faces. Jesse Pinkman is a character who has already suffered immensely throughout the series, and in this episode he experiences further trauma and despair as a result of Walt's decisions. We see Jesse being captured by the neo-Nazis after Hank's death, and Walt's role in facilitating this capture is a devastating blow to their already strained relationship. And even on top of all this, Walter plays a calculated and manipulative move intended to hurt Jesse deeply and break any remaining emotional ties.
I watched Jane die. I was there. And I watched her die. I watched her overdose and choke to death. I could have saved her. But I didn't.
Walt's betrayal of Jesse, whom he once considered a partner and even a surrogate son, highlights the depth of Walt's moral descent. Jesse, who had been manipulated and used before, experiences a profound sense of abandonment and betrayal, and this emotional toll on Jesse is palpable as he is subjected to physical and emotional abuse.
Just so you know, this isn't personal.
At the hands of the neo-Nazis. Now we have arrived at the final steps of our analysis, and here we get to see how decisions made by Walt affects his immediate family, his wife and his son. The scene that I'm gonna talk about next is quite perhaps the most heartbreaking and gut-wrenching scene ever, and this is Walter Comes Home. Following the aftermath at the desert, Walt arrives home with a barrel of cash, primed to take his wife and kids to start afresh. However, this plan of his falls flat after Skylar confronts him about Hank.
Where is Hank? You killed Hank.
What?
No.
You killed
No! I tried to save him!
And this leads into a brawl between the two. The fight is a culmination of the escalating tensions between Walt and Skylar throughout the series and underscores the profound breakdown of their relationship. Skylar's desperate attempts to protect herself and her children from Walt's increasingly dangerous behavior
Someone has to protect this family from the man who protects this family.
are met with Walt's own desperation and rage.
Damn mouth shut. You stupid bitch.
Leading to a fight that symbolizes the irreparable fracture in their family. The same family for which he built his empire for has turned against him for actually seeing the monster that he is.
Yeah, I need the police. My dad, he put a knife on my mom. He attacked her.
Walt, who once presented himself as the protector of the family, becomes the danger himself.
I am not in danger, Skylar. I am the danger.
And the knife here can be interpreted as the symbol of betrayal, both literal and metaphorical. In wielding the knife against each other, they betray the trust and intimacy that once defined their relationship. It represents a breach of the marital bond and a descent into violence and hostility. Ending the scene is this brilliantly shot instance.
What the hell is wrong with you? We're a family!
The word family becomes a powerful reminder of the values that Walt betrayed in his pursuit for power. Oh, and by the way, Walter abducts his own daughter.
No! Let her go! You can't take her! Let go, please! You can't take her!
Oh boy, there's just something about Skylar crying that makes me so happy. The episode ends with Walter leaving everything behind to start a new life, and as the car leaves the screen, we see a stray dog crossing the road. This dog symbolizes Walt, as that is what he had become, forlorn with no home and no one to call family. Before ending the analysis, I would like to go over a minor but crucial element, the value of money. We witness how money, which initially appears to hold immense power and significance, ultimately proves to be transient and ultimately meaningless. Walt worked so hard in accumulating a staggering amount of money, but we see how no amount of it could help Walt in saving Hank's life.
Jack. 80 million. And all you've got to do is let him go.
Or persuading Skylar.
I have $11 million in cash. We can have a fresh start. Whole new lives. All we have to do is go. We have to go right now. That's all we have to do.
Money completely shattered the once perfect family bonds, leaving behind a visceral portrayal of family disintegration. And that was my short and basic analysis on what makes Breaking Bad's Ozymandias the greatest and most disheartening cinematic experience. Thank you for watching.